Hi guys, I'm back with another video today. Today's video is going to be Lost Media Category 222. The Days of Swine and Roses. Lost Screenplay of Unproduced Phil Hartman / Jon Lovitz satire film. Existence Unconfirmed 1998. And this is going to be the end of my Phil Hartman, my Futurama and Phil Hartman series of videos. If you haven't checked out for the past couple weeks, I've been doing Lost Media videos about Futurama and Phil Hartman, and this is one of the last Phil Hartman Lost Media videos I plan on doing on the channel. Now, don't get me wrong, I could do another Phil Hartman Lost Media video in the future, who knows, because I'm always looking for new Lost Medias to cover on the YouTube channel, and I'm always finding new Lost Media videos all the time. But in the series of Futurama Lost Media videos and the Phil Hartman Lost Media videos, this is one of the last ones. So, this is The Days of the Swine and Roses, a lost screenplay of unproduced Phil Hartman and Jon Lovitz satire film, Existence Unconfirmed 1998. I'm gonna explain what Existence Unconfirms to people that don't understand what it means. If you do understand what it means, you can skip this part of the video. So, Existence Unconfirms means that there's not enough evidence that proves that it exists, but there's not enough proof that it doesn't exist. So, it's like in a weird limbo, some people believing that it does exist, and other people believing that it doesn't exist. Typically, there are some evidence that proves that it exists, and then there's some evidence that proves that it doesn't exist. But anyway, let's get into the Lost Media. The Days of Swine and Roses was a proposed independent satire film. It would have starred Saturday Night Live alumni Phil Hartman and Jon Lovitz, with the movie being a satire of Hollywood. Production was set to commence in the summer of 1998, during Phil Hartman's break from news radio. Ultimately, the project was never initiated following Hartman's murder on May 28, 1998. Background. Before working on this project, Phil Hartman and Jon Lovitz were longtime close friends. Lovitz even described Hartman as the big brother I always wanted, with the pair having both acted as a part of the Groundlings. Their paths crossed again as recurring actors on Saturday Night Live during the mid-'80s and into the early 90s. After Lovitz pushed for Hartman inclusion on the show, both achieved success as guest voice actors for The Simpsons. By mid-1998, Hartman was starring in news radio and filming for the DreamWorks movie Small Soldiers. Around this time, he and Lovitz also began pre-production on an independent film titled The Days of Swine and Roses. The proposed work was confirmed in May 1998 in an article by the Chicago Tribune, which described it as a satire look at Hollywood. It appears the film's screenplay was complete and the financing was secured, as Hartman and Lovitz planned to initiate the production during the summer, the same period when news radio was between seasons. Alas, production never inspired when Hartman was shot to death by his wife, Brian Almodal in a murder-suicide on May 28, 1989, at the age of 49. Lovitz replaced his friend for the final season of News Radio. Rather infamously, Lovitz later had several altercations with Andy Dick, as Dick allegedly gave Almodal cocaine that caused the latter to relapse. 9 years later, Lovitz attacked Dick over this, matching a News Radio colleague head onto the Laugh Factory bar table. Availability. Outside of the Chicago Tribune article and from other sources like Vulture, very little is known regarding the days of the Swine and Roses. The fact that the project was intended to start production in summer of 1998 indicates that a screenplay was most likely completed prior to Hartman's death. Alas, the existence has never been entirely verified. Alright, guys, well, that's pretty much it for this Lost Media. There really isn't any concept art for this Lost Media, and there really isn't any videos for this Lost Media. There was only one picture associated with this Lost Media, and I'm gonna be using that for the thumbnail of the video. It's a picture of Phil Hartman standing to the right of Jon Lovitz, who's on the left. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for that Lost Media. And that is Lost Media category 222, The Days of Swine and Roses, Lost Screenplay of Unproduced Phil Hartman / Jon Lovitz satire film, Existence Unconfirmed, 1998. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Alright, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. And please don't forget to come to my gaming live stream today. I plan on playing Fortnite. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.